tactile contact. He knew something was worth action. He tapped, he started to move as soon as I touched him. Okay? If I only touch a stick, he's not moving. Okay? His body has to listen to an inanimate object now to find out what I'm doing. The same thing then occurs if we change it up here, and he doesn't know where I'm going. But if I touch his hand, that cane is going to move, and he's going to pull it back and do something. So, if you're thinking, why, Rich, and I'm also going to trade blade, am I going to optimize my stick? Well, because if I come here, and I get all the sensitivity of the stick, of me listening to this now, inanimate object. When we move, now I'm listening to an animate object. And when he moves, it's just as easy to follow him because I'm following his motion as I was his stick motion. So, it's harder to listen to the inanimate object. So that's why I want your hand on the cane to begin with. And then later, when you transition to the blade, you put it on his hand. And then it's easy to do. You can just block the chest. Big Rich. Oh, we like it. I want to get in the good side. I don't want to get in the bad side.
When I graduated from college, I got to
bounce back.
next time I saw him was at Jeff Bronson. He says, "Ron, what are you doing? You're down on campus. Where have you been?" I said, "Well, I've been working." He goes, "Well, what do you do now?" I said, "I make silicone." He goes, "You make rice?"
He's managing my cane, and all he did was touch it. Can I go down? No. Can I go straight back? No. Can I pull through? Yeah, I can, but it's not really the most optimal position to be in. Now, some of you are going to say, but if it's a blade, Rich, well, if it's a blade, he's going to be here, okay? You know, and if I start to move, he's going to move his hand, all right? Because he's listening to my skin, okay? But we're optimizing it for the stick right now. So we're here just like that. So now, if that comes back, I need to, doesn't matter, come to the shot. I had to twirl out and around and bring back my shoulder to be ready for that. That takes time. It's accomplishable, but what did I do? I created room. I created distance. I managed distance to make enough time to be able to execute my technique. So, I know that in this basics here I've given a lot of high-level concepts of being able to control your distance, control your body motion, control your timing. And I told these guys just right leg forward. Most traditionals, he feeds a backhand. I'm going to step left so my body's facing forward to forward. I said to keep it right, so if he gives me a backhand, my body's still facing. So all they did was pivot on my body. So if I'm caught off guard, he gives me a forehand, and immediately gives me a backhand, I'm ready. I didn't have to step. And I can still hit him, he can still hit me. We're both moving and shifting our body.
Here. Well, it's you can go over your head. Where you just did. Under that same arm, you can go under the other arm. These are different. Otherwise, going around. Facing you right now. You were grabbing the top end of my blade. On the back of the look. There's talk of this cane at the end of the aisle. Looking at him like. He just gets up and walks away. He said, I thought for a split second there was going to be a razor sharp cougar coming out to come at me. It's like, I've never met this man before. Yeah.
Do you hear more, or
It doesn't matter where you're at, just whether you fall, just in there, in the webbing, firmly, so that you get the floor feedback. You see, it's your back.